How's it going, boys and girls? It's me, Mr. Green. Today, we're going to be finding some unknowns in subtraction sentences. I can't wait. I love finding unknowns. All right, so first, this is what a subtraction sentence looks like. It definitely has to have a subtraction sign, because that's why it's called a subtraction sentence. And it will also have an equal sign. Now, today, all the subtraction sentences you will see will have two numbers subtracting from each other. You could have 3 or 4, but today all of them will just have 2. Okay? So, before we get into that, I want to show you guys a thing called a tape diagram. A tape diagram is really cool when you're subtracting. It breaks it up into 2 parts, or 3 parts, depending on how many you're subtracting. But today we're only doing 2. So we have 2 parts, and it'll have a hole. The top part is called a hole. And this is called a tape diagram. What's it called? A tape diagram. So every time you hear me use that word tape diagram, think of this. The hole goes on top, and the parts go in the rectangle part. Okay? So let me show you how you find the part, and hole. All right, so the hole is the first number in the subtraction sentence. So right here in this sentence up here on top, 15 is our hole. So that's the number you put in the top right here. Okay, and then the other numbers are your parts. So I have a 10, so I'm going to put a 10, and then I'm going to put the other number, which is the 5. So here is my hole, and these are my parts. And if you did it right, the parts should add up to equal the whole. Does 10 plus 5 equal 15? Sure does. And that's how you use a tape diagram. Now let's use that tape diagram to solve some problems. Here we go. So we need to fill in this missing number, and we're going to be using the tape diagram. The first step is analyze. Which ones are parts and which ones are wholes? Well, like I said earlier, the first number is our whole, and then the other 2 numbers are the parts. So step 1 is done. Step 2, make your tape diagram. So I start with a rectangle, and then I put a little rectangle above it with some lines. That is step 2. I made a tape diagram. Step 3, fill in my tape diagram. Well, we already kind of did that with step 1. Step 1 was which one's our whole? Our whole is 10. So I'm going to put 10 right there. And then what are the parts? Well, I don't know one of the parts, so I'm going to put it right here. I'm just going to leave it blank. But I know the other part is 9. Okay. So now step 4 is what is the unknown number? So I'm looking for, what is this number right here? Well, if this whole thing equals 10, and I have 9 so far, what number goes right here to make 10? Well, 9 plus 1 equals 10. So then I go back to my equation, and I put the 1 right there. That's how you use a tape diagram. All right, let's try another one. Just kind of watch. Don't worry. I'll have you guys do some in a second. Step 1, analyze. Which numbers are our wholes and parts and wholes? Well, this is my whole. The first number is always my whole. And the next numbers are my parts. Okay. Step 2, make a tape diagram. Okay, that's easy. I just saw Mr. Green make one earlier. That's an ugly rectangle. Very ugly rectangle. Let me get rid of that. And then a little rectangle on top. There we go. It's not the best looking, but it is a tape diagram. All right, step 3, fill in the tape diagram. Oh, I don't know what my whole is, so I'm gonna leave that one blank, but I do know what my parts are. One part is 5, and since that one's smaller than 8, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. And my other part is 8. Hey, that's gonna be kind of easy for step 4. Step 4, what is the unknown? Now remember, the whole has to equal what these equal. So what does 5 plus 8 equal? Well, 5 plus 8 is 13. So my whole is 13. So the answer to this is 13 minus 5 equals 8. Pretty cool. That's how you use a tape diagram. All right, now it's your guys' turn. Go ahead and try this problem. Go ahead and pause the video, try it, and then when you hit unpause, I'll give you the answer. Okay? Okay, you guys ready? So step 1, you should have labeled this one the whole and these the parts. Step 2, you should have made your tape diagram like this. Okay. Step 3, fill in the tape diagram. Well, you know your whole is 3. You know one of your parts is 2. You just don't know what the other part is. Well, step 4 is what is the unknown? 2 plus what equals 3? 2 plus 1 equals 3. So 3 minus 1 equals 2. And there you go. All right, try this one. Go ahead and pause the video, try it, and we'll see how you do. All right, so let's see how you guys did. Step 1, analyze what are the parts. Here's my whole, part. Step 2, make your tape diagram, just like that. All right. Step 3, fill in the tape diagram. Oh, I don't know what my whole is, so I'll leave the top one blank, but I know my parts. This part's a little smaller, so I'll make it a little smaller, and this one's a lot bigger. All right. In step 4, what is the unknown? Well, here's my parts. So you have to add these to equal that. 2 plus 9 is 11. So the answer is 11 minus 2 equals 9. Did you guys get that, boys and girls? If you did, great job. If you didn't, don't worry, I have one more. Go ahead and try this one. Go ahead and pause the video, try this one, and then when you're ready, unpause it and you'll get your answer. All right, time to solve it. Analyze. Go ahead and parts and whole. Here's my whole, here's my parts. Step 2, make your tape diagram. Step 3, fill in the tape diagram. Well, let's see here. Oh man, I don't know what my whole is, but I do know what the parts are. One part is 8, the other part is 6. Okay, and now to find the whole, all I have to do is add those up. 8 plus 6, what is that? 8 plus 6 is 14. All right, so you should have got 14 minus 8 equals 6. Did you guys get that, boys and girls? All right, if not, don't worry, we have some more. So I want you guys to go on iExcel today, and I want you to start off with H5. H5 will have the same thing we just did, except within 10. And then when you're done, go on to H20, all right? I'm sorry, not H20, H12. H12 has you do a little harder because it goes within 20. So enjoy iExcel today, boys and girls. I miss you guys. I hope you're doing really well at home, and get some math done. It's gonna be fun. All right, have a good day.